Greetings everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. This video is going to be labeled Telekinetic and Psychic Techniques. So I've noticed a lot of people making a lot of great videos showing off their abilities and talking about their techniques. And basically my point in this video is just to condense it, because I've noticed a lot of a little bit of information here, a little bit of information here, and I really do recommend you do your research. But my point in this video is just to condense everything. So, to move a psi wheel, to move an object, it takes energy. Now, for some people it might work, for some people it might not right off bat. Like, it takes practice. I recommend a lot of practice. But for people that are already doing this, that are already able to move their psi wheels, or that are able to do these things, how do you do it more? How do you expand on this? So, I'm going to give a couple techniques for people that have been doing it, that haven't been doing it. My vision on it is that a technique that I use is that I first tap into my energy body. Because you're using your energy body at all times of the day. It's just that when you're using more of your physical and not thinking about your energy body as much, you're not going to be able to push a psi wheel or move an object the same way. So how do you tap into your energy body? First, what I like to do is I wake up, a little bit of yoga, some yoga poses, some stretching, and when I stretch, when I do any type of, even when I run, even when I go on a run, I literally concentrate on my breathing. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I've noticed that I can run so much further like this. But wake up, a little bit of stretching, a little bit of yoga, and then I do my meditation. Meditation, there are all types of meditation. Everything can be considered meditation. What I consider meditation is just progression. Yes, the first thing that pops into mind is sitting there, closing your eyes, and relaxing, which for this technique I recommend. After a little bit of stretching, a little bit of relaxation, notice your energy body flowing through your body while you're stretching, while you're doing your yoga. Then close your eyes, sit down, and you can't tell your brain, just stop thinking. Just stop. The point of the brain is to think. So, what I recommend is working with the brain. How the Chinese call it monkey brain. Your brain is scattered. It's going to be everywhere. But when you work with it, when you give it a goal, something to do, you start working with it. Practice this. So sit down, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Close your eyes and envision a focal point. Just something, close your eyes and right here, just concentrate on a point and drift into your eyes. And do this for about 15-20 minutes. And what you will start to notice, you'll start noticing your surroundings. You'll start feeling your energy body. And if you're sitting down, not on a chair, you can almost feel your body will start swaying from back and forth, back and forth. And this is your energy body. And then the more you do this, the more you can feel your energy body swooshing around you and just basically activating your energy chakras, your energy points, energy centers, and just working with it. And once you can feel this, this is you raising your vibration. And so if you're trying to move something, I recommend doing this first, so you are in tune with that vibration, that frequency of your energy. So how do you move something? With energy. So get in tune with your energy first. Relax your brain, relax your mind, relax your body. Be one with all, be one with the energy, and then use your energy. If you're already moving the psi wheel, the objects, whatever you're doing, if you're doing hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis, how do you do it better? You raise your energy. How do you raise your energy? Be in tune with your energy. Also, how do you raise your energy is a diet, eating correctly. If you're eating meat, meat is dead when you're eating it, correct? Just like a car. A car is running off just oil, dead chemicals. So basically, this is one way to raise your vibration. Also, your thought process, working on your thoughts. Working on how you do things on a day-to-day basis, being in tune with nature, basically working with your energy centers. And from here, we can say that you already have a way to, I just explained, a way to raise your vibration, raise your energy, being in tune with your energy, and then practicing this stuff. Because if you wake up and you turn on the TV and you're trying to do all these energy techniques and you're in a logical state of thinking, yes, everything is energy, but if your brain is so programmed on logically, things can't be moved with the mind in this realm, logically. But everything isn't just logical. We have so much more in this body. We have so much more we can work with. And so just being in tune with the things around you, this is a way to expand your abilities and your techniques. Expand on this. Now, I want to go into this further. Now, I heard a good phrase the other day that once you have these telekinetic abilities, this is the same thing as when you're first driving a car. It's so interesting. This is all you can think about. And all you want to do is drive that car. And it becomes a habit. And then once it becomes a habit, it becomes easy, and it's, maybe you could say it's not as interesting. But if you think about what is interesting about driving a car, what's the next step? It's driving a faster car. It's driving a car with subwoofers, with a sound system, with tint, with the rims, with tuning up your engine. It becomes more interesting, right? And so in this body, we have, imagine how many parts that there are in a car. We have 1,000,000 times that in this body. We have so many more capabilities and so many more things we can progress with. Now, how do we progress? So what I've noticed is when I was younger, I made it a habit when I was in high school, because I was very interested in researching all this stuff. I made it a habit to practice all the things I was researching, as in hypnosis, mind reading, just all these things on how to read if someone's lying to you, all these certain little things. And I made it a habit that everybody I interacted with, I was practicing this. Even though they didn't know it, I was doing this. And I noticed how much it helped me. It became a routine. And this is the next point I want to get into, is just making this a routine. So I made this a routine, and then after high school, I got very logical mind frame that I really wanted to make a lot of money, and I wasn't so much into the spiritual path, and so I kind of started losing it because I wasn't interacting as much, and I was basically going to work, coming home, and just research, and I wasn't practicing this. I was learning, and this is very important, but practice makes perfect. And then after a while, when I started to pick things back up, when life started changing for me, because I started having different goals and different visions on life, I realized that I felt like I lost it at one point. I had it, I lost it, and then once I got it back, and how did I get it back? It was because I wanted it, because I wanted to practice it again. I started working out, I started getting the right diet, and once I realized that I tapped back into this, and the day I realized it was, I started running, and I never liked running, but I started wanting to be in nature. I started wanting to run and be outside, and I realized after running or a workout how much faster my brain functions are, and then I realized how much more professional I sound, and how I can interact with people. And then I started doing the same things I used to do, and I even lost half of the things that I was able to do. I had to retrain myself, reading these things and remembering. And I can't tell you how happy I am that I started doing this again. My intent was to do it again, to be able to do this, and again, I was able to do this, and we are all able to do this. So, routine. So my suggestion, a technique, is that when you wake up, and just like I just said, stretching, relaxing, meditation, make this a habit. Make this a routine. Your subconscious mind works twice as fast than your logical day-to-day thinking. Your subconscious mind works 3 times as fast. So if you are able to tap into your subconscious mind, just like I was when I was talking to people, when I was in high school, when I was trying to do this stuff, I was tapping into my subconscious mind. I was expanding my mind because I was using techniques and I was using resources that were interesting to me, and I wanted to do this, and it was just a natural thing. It's just like when a rapper or an artist, what do? they do this because they want to do it, but what are they using? They're using a different part of their brain, i.e. the subconscious mind. This is a part of it. And so when I wake up, I do a little bit of stretching, whatever it is, you don't even have to stretch, but just taking that time to meditate, just to close your eyes and look inside, not externalizing your power. Now, when I used to hear look inside, I used to think, man, how do I look inside? Well, everything you're doing, it starts from the inside. Your thought, you want to eat, you get up and you eat, right? So basically, it's just taking that extra time to sit down and think of what you want. Closing your eyes and looking inside. And once I wanted it so bad and I was like, man, I don't care. When I started trying astral projection, man, I don't care if I fall asleep. I'm going to try. And I literally took hours, an hour, 2 hours. And this seemed like, it didn't seem like hour, 2 hours. Like hour, 2 hours seems like a lot of time. Didn't seem like this when I wanted it. When I wanted it, it didn't matter how much time it took. Time just flew out the window. And so I wanted it that bad. And once you want it that bad, you can accomplish it. So routine. So wake up, do a little bit of stretching, relax, tap into your subconscious mind. And how do I know when I'm tapped into my subconscious mind? Is that I basically can, if I want to think of something, like I like to envision myself, well, I have several techniques I do, but just basically I can envision whatever I want and I can envision it to a crisp, to a T, to just basically I can see everything, every little point, and I can look at a leaf. I can think of a leaf and I can see every little ridge on the edge of that leaf. I can see this. And so how do you tap into your subconscious mind? Basically, close your eyes. When you go to sleep, you're going into those frequencies that your brain is, your logical is shutting off, your subconscious is opening. So it's basically the same thing. It's just relaxing and like you're going to sleep, just floating off, floating into your eyes. And so make this a routine. If you wake up and you get into this subconscious state and you make this a routine, you are going to be working 3 or 4 times as fast at all times of the day. Just practice, routine, make this a habit, and after you make it a habit, it becomes easier, and then you can expand from there. You can get into that cycle of expansion, that unlimited expansion and progression, evolution. So if you want a technique for psychic abilities, for telekinetic abilities, basically you have to work with it. Work with your energy inside, your energy, your chakras, your energy centers, like astral projection, everything is energy. So to work with it, you need to work with yourself. To raise your vibration, feel your heart has all the answers. If you look at some type of food, like you look at a candy bar, your body has a different language. It doesn't have like this English language. Like I used to try to talk to myself in English, like, should I eat this? And then all of a sudden, logically, no, yes. But inside, I felt if I should or shouldn't. And that's the language of the body. That's the language, the galactic language, we could say, the energy language is basically it's feeling, vibration, frequency. And I have so much more to expand on this because the way I have programmed myself and tapped into my subconscious and working at such a frequency that I can, when I think of something, I can basically look at a thought in several dimensions at once, and at a certain point it gets into such a dimension and such a high frequency that I can't even explain it in words or in the English language. So basically, make this a routine. I love you all, and I hope you know that I was at a point in my life where I was so down. I was in so much trouble with court systems and drugs and all this stuff, and I did it. I was able to do this, and I want you all to know you all can do it. I'm telling you right now, we all have the abilities. We all have all these great, amazing abilities. And yeah, make this a routine. If you really want it, if you really want to make it happen, at least do one thing for yourself a day. If we say there's mind, body, soul, which I explain this further in my other video, Superhuman Activation. If you have mind, body, soul, and there's those three components that are just the main components, you can basically do one thing for at least one of those components a day. And then you start doing one thing for each of those components a day. And then once you start connecting it, start doing 2 things, 3 things, and then you start doing things to progress. Everything you do will be for progression. When I go to a store and buy a water bottle, when I walk with that water bottle, I just throw it up in the air and just keep catching it, just working on my reflexes, my reactions. And everything I do, I memorize numbers, and then I start remembering them a day later, 10, 20 minutes later. It doesn't matter. As long as I'm working with my mind, I'm working with it. Your brain capacity is unlimited. There's no limits. So don't think you're going to just clog your mind up with unnecessary information. It is necessary if you make it necessary. It is needed if you want it to be needed. And this is the point of this progression, evolution, is that there's no stop. There's no like stop, start. It's always going, infinite. And to want this, to be able to be in it, you have to try. Because if you don't try, if you're hungry, if you don't try to get up, you're not going to eat. If you want to go drive somewhere, if you don't, again, get up or walk there, if you don't have a car, if you don't try to walk there, you're not going to get what you want. And it's that simple. It's that simple. I love you all. Balancing the vibrations of wholeness. I hope you all have a wonderful day.